What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to another Dungeon Defenders 2 news update. Our newest dev stream has come and gone, and I wanted to put together a quick overview and recap of what was discussed today. Now, first off, we all have been long awaiting the revised Onslaught mode, and it is coming in December. Now, it isn't going to be the endless mode that a lot of us pictured in our mind. It is going to be a floor-based program. So we will run the maps, say you start at floor 1, you complete that, you move up to floor 2, and the enemies and difficulty will scale depending on which floor you're on. Now, this progression is designed to start directly after the campaign is finished, so trials, although they will be there and will still be a valid option, the trials system is a second form, essentially. You can choose to level through Onslaught or to level through trials, whichever you prefer. Now, Onslaught mode is going to have some custom lane schedules, which means you might have lanes with cyborgs, you might have another lane altogether with geodes. Any amount of possibilities can be thrown together, and there are custom lane schedules that will mix up the gameplay that we have. Now, these will be available per map, so the lanes will not all be the same, and that, of course, is going to encourage a little diversity with our builds. In addition to that, there are going to be lane mutators on Onslaught. Now, we don't know a whole lot of details about this yet, but we were given two examples from Elandrian. Example number one being a lane could potentially have the mutator that makes enemies stronger the longer they're on the map. So this would, of course, encourage you to build up closer to the spawn and get a little spawn camping in. And the exact opposite of that, a lane could have a mutator making it so enemies get weaker the longer in their map. And that, of course, would encourage you to build way back by the core and have those enemies walk as long of a distance as possible to wear them right down and make them not quite as strong. Now, as progression is going to be floor-based, so is loot, and this was very exciting for me to hear, as I personally, as most of you know, have not been a huge fan of the loot system that is currently in the game, and this will not apply to Onslaught. So a certain level quality of loot will drop from a specific floor. If you do that floor, that's the quality of loot you get. No more having a mule in your deck, no more worrying about what heroes are equipped with what. If you can complete whatever the floor is, that's the quality of loot that will drop. Now, in addition to that, the gating will be floor-based as well, where since the loot gating is no longer a thing, there will be floor-based gating. So, say you have cleared floor number 10, and a friend of yours has cleared floor number 8, they will not be able to join you until they have cleared the appropriate floors. Now, you can go back and help them out, obviously, and go back to floor 8 and give them a little hand. However, they will not be able to jump up to where you're at. Now, there was a brief tease about defender packs, and we didn't get a whole lot more information on those. Apparently, there is just an absolutely enormous amount of new cosmetics on the way. So, they did say that there was 2 complete sets for the Dryad, and many others for other heroes. So lots and lots of cosmetics coming, and we will be earning these cosmetics through defender packs. Now, the defender packs are going to be able to be earned from completing the campaign. At going through various milestones in the campaign will get you defender packs, plus there's a random chance of getting one from each Onslaught map that you complete. Now, another exciting thing there is people who have previously already done the campaign, we're going to get those campaign defender packs right up front. So it won't be like when the new campaign came in, where the new campaign offered all these defender medals and people who had completed it already were unable to go and get them. We are actually going to get the defender packs from the campaign right up front, which is pretty darn cool. Now, on that same note, of course, we know inventory has always been an eyesore. And there is a new inventory pack on the various stores, which does allow you to increase 1 bag slot, which means I now have 11 bags. Someone who just started playing the game can get up to 9 bags, and that's just awesome. I mean, the more bags, the merrier. None of us are really going to complain about that. It does come at, it looks like it's $19.99, but it does include some gems and some shard packs to go along with it. So it definitely comes at a premium price. However, inventory, we all know, is one of the greatest assets that the game offers. Now, in addition to the Onslaught system coming, there is a new Ancient Power program, which I could best compare to a prestige type system, where once you get to a point where you clear a certain floor in Onslaught, you can prestige on your account, which will be a partial reset. We don't know exactly what we will reset. I personally am assuming all the gear will go away and your heroes will go down to level 1. However, we don't know all the specifics quite yet, but there will be a prestige program in place which will give you a permanent buff that also scales and stacks between friends. So if I prestiged twice and you've prestiged twice and we do a map together, we are going to get all 4 of those buffs applied to both of us, which is just plain awesome. More details will come as far as the prestige system goes, or the Ancient Power system I should say, and we don't know the specifics of the buffs. Now, in addition to that, one more thing we do know is that it'll be similar to the current Ascension program, where you can reset those points. So essentially you will earn Ancient Power points, which you can apply to these different prestige buffs. However, if you weren't happy with the buff you chose, or if you just want to try something different, you can reset those at the cost of Defender medals, I am assuming. That will do it for now, though. Let me know any comments or questions you have down in the comments below. And in addition to that, I will put the link to the full VOD from Trendy down in the description. So it's just an hour long. I do suggest everyone head on over and watch it. Lots of good information. So thank you again, and I will see you next time.